coming here so often, even Bryan knew the segment. So I'm not alone today. I have Chef Bryan right here with me. So, Chef, what are we going to make today?
So today is going to be a special menu. It's basically spicy Japanese salmon tartare. So what makes it Japanese? So the salmon, actually I've been marinating it with some kombu, dashi for 24 hours. So before this I came here,
lovely.
It's been marinated.
24 hours?
Yeah. So at least minimum, I would say like at least 2 hours if you want to marinate it. But the more is the better.
Do you have any certain ratio for the kombu?
So basically, it's the recipe is already on the website.
All right.
So there's soy sauce, there's dashi powder, kombu, the katsuobushi, the bonito flakes. Yeah, and then I boil it first to give the flavors. And let it cool, then you put in the salmon.
Okay.
Freeze it.
Remember to let it cool for you not to cook it.
Indeed.
All right. And then,
all right. So over here, if you can help me with toasting the bread.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So basically, we're gonna make like a toast and kind of like at the morning breakfast. You know? And here's some oil for you.
Oh, so we're not using butter?
You can, but over here I only have oil right here.
Okay.
So we got to do what we have, right?
Oh.
So salmon right here. Just everything right here. This is more or less like 300 grams.
300 grams?
Yeah, but it's up to you. Like
sashimi grade, yeah?
Yes, sashimi grade. That's the very important part. And over here, the spicy mayo. So basically, this is like a regular mayo and sriracha. And then some garlic, some ginger, sesame oil, some mirin, and soy sauce. Yes. Make it creamy.
If you can actually smell from here, it smells like mayo, of course, all over, but also the garlic, it's quite pronounced.
Some shallots over here that have been chopped. All right. To give a little bit texture, you know. A little bit more, just finish it.
So some people might be confused with, you know, what's the difference between using shallots and onion?
Red onion, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much it's kind of different flavor. Yes, red onion is kind of toned compared to like regular onion. Yeah. It's slightly sweeter, but even shallots is way toner compared to red onion, you know. All right, I think you can start on toasting that one.
Yes, chef.
All right. I saw your Instagram, you're like, he's a pro cook, man. Like, he makes a really good...
I'm the help in this case.
And over here, I got some chopped scallion, just to give a little bit texture, flavor, and also color. And some hard-boiled eggs, just a little bit. And the rest, we're gonna use it for garnish at the end. There we go. It's pretty simple.
We're using a lot of aromatics here.
Yeah. But scallion is not a really strong aromatics, I would say, compared to like dill, rosemary. And it's since the flavor is more like an Asian flavor, like Japanese flavor, that's why like I choose the scallion more. All right.
So we're basically done with it.
Pretty much, yeah. It's really quick. It's really fun to do in the Sunday morning. If you want to do it like from scratch, like what I said, like from marinating the salmon, that's probably gonna take a little bit longer because like it's at least 2 hours to marinate it already.
Okay, right? So you might want to do it ahead of time.
Yes.
Let's say you want to do it in the Sunday morning. You can actually start doing the marination Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Before you going out for your date or whatever.
Indeed.
Something.
Before you go date, and then the Sunday morning you go breakfast with your date.
Yeah,
again,
with your date. That's kind of like a follow-up.
It's like, hey babe, I make you some breakfast over here.
One additional point, check.
There you go. All right. Oh, that looks beautiful. Toasty, toasty.
So let's say some people might not be I'm not gonna say familiar. Might not be quite fond of bread.
Okay.
Can they replace it with other carbos?
Good questions. In my private dining, usually when I go for like a private event, instead of bread, I use a rice cake. So like regular Japanese rice, you've seen it on Instagram probably.
Yeah.
Like they put it like in this kind of tray, make it like
true.
and then you cut it into small pieces, sear it so you get the crunchiness, and also the rice has been marinated with soy sauce and all the stuff, you know.
Good idea. And for this case, what kind of bread would you recommend?
I would recommend either sourdough or maybe baguette. So it has more textures in terms of like
Okay, so
the outer
you need,
part,
you need sturdy bread.
Yes.
Okay.
And it also complements the textures. Like the salmon is pretty much like soft. The bread is more like crunchy part to hold it. Beautiful. Nice. Smells toasty.
Yeah.
This is such a perfect breakfast, you know, like the smell of and with a cup of coffee.
Oh.
Like just what you just talked with Rolfie, you know?
Yeah, I know. The coffee talk.
All right. Oh, sorry. Okay, so for the base, I'm just gonna put a little bit mayo again. Just so let the mayo, after that, I'm gonna put like avocado, just to freshen it up. So, I'll play 2, you play 2.
Yep.
So we can compete. Maybe.
Oh, I love me some competition.
There you go. All right. Some avocado.
Do you have any tips on, choosing avocados? Because some people might find it quite tricky.
Indeed. It's pretty much like pretty common as long as you touch it. When it's kind of like soft-ish, then it's pretty much cooked already, like ripe, not cooked. But sometimes you want to see like on the top part, like near the stem part. That's like when you check, is it like overripe or not? Because like if it's already overripe, then probably the inside is already like too much.
Ah, I see.
But pretty much, yeah, in Indonesia, I would say the avocado is a little bit tricky. While I was in US, it's quite easy to find a good avocado. But in Indonesia, yeah, sometimes even like if the outer part is already nice,
True.
the inside is still kind of like tough at the same time. All right.
You kind of play guessing with the Indonesian avocado.
Indeed, slightly. Okay, and we're just gonna put a little bit of that salmon. We're gonna canal it.
That's a huge spoonful dollop of salmon tartare.
A good morning breakfast in 1 or 2 bites, you know. Beautiful. Another 2.
So remember, don't be quite stingy with your filling for the salmon tartare because you want it to be like all over dirty and kind of like go all over.
Sir.
Oh my God.
Let's plate it.
This is like...
And over here, I got some wasabi mayo.
Yes.
To give a little bit balance of the fattiness of the salmon and everything. So you can start with that, and then we'll see which one is better.
I want to get fancy with a tweezer.
There you go.
Get fancy with a tweezer. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not really familiar with a tweezer. Oh my God.
Take a deep breath. It's okay.
Okay.
There we go.
So you can see all the ingredients is actually on your screen at the moment. You can actually find it, and it's quite easy for you to find it in your local groceries.
Indeed.
Because everything is just, quite familiar with your daily...
Yes. Scallion, salmon, hard-boiled egg, shallots. It's pretty much quite easy to find. A little bit of hard-boiled egg again on top. There we go. Nice.
All right. Oh.
Beautiful, beautiful. Shing
10, chef.
perfectly. All right, your time is 10 seconds. 10, 9.
Oh, wow.
There we go. And over here, I got a little bit tobiko, just to give a little bit color, textures as well.
Yeah.
Here, here.
So, do you have any tips on, let's say, our home cooks watching at the moment? They need some tips on, pretty plating. Plating, yes. Plating for like their food at home.
All right. So I think in general speaking, you want to play with those colors and you need to think about also the textures.
Okay.
So for example, over here, you got pretty much everything, the creaminess from the mayo and the salmon.
Yeah.
And then the crunchiness from the bread. And also for the color-wise, you want to play with those three colors, which is the red, yellow, and green. That's what's gonna brighten up the food itself. So for example, over here, we got the yellow from the egg, the red, orangey from the salmon,
Yeah.
and the green part. Later, I'm gonna have like some scallion over here that I've chopped, and also the wasabi mayo.
Oh, I think I put too much of tartar.
Ooh.
Nothing is too much in my dictionary.
There you go. Some tobiko over here, sir.
Yes, sir.
Some hard-boiled egg. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice. So what else that you like to cook at home? I think on your content, I saw like you make like what, beef noodle soup or something like that?
Yeah, so actually, I love to travel. And obviously, I like to eat. So I try to recreate all the things that I ate during my travel. And apparently, with some determination, you can actually make those food that you ate and also get to know the culture even more.
Yeah.
The culture even more. And what I love about exploring with food is you get to taste what the locals are actually feeling when they eat and stuff.
Yes.
And then I got quite, you know, the nostalgic feeling about it.
Indeed. I think like that's the most beautiful part of traveling, you know, like tasting the food. And
Yeah.
then getting in touch with the local.
True.
And then like you travel more and then dig down more about their culture through food. You know?
Even sometimes you get to know the history from the food.
That's true. That's so
Right?
much true. All right, so scallion on top. Time to get fancy with the tweezer. Right here.
How do you do this? Like to get the
The
skin
wrinkle
curly?
part. Okay, so that's basically, I take the green part of the
Yeah.
scallion and then you julienne it. Basically, julienne is kind of like cut it in like a thin strips.
Yeah.
Then you put it in the cold water and the magic happens by itself.
It's like the match, right?
So like that. So before it's just like regular flat, and then once you put it in the cold water, they
Started to
just
curl.
gonna start to curl.
I see.
There you go. That's one of the tricky, magic part of plating over here. The trick part. There you go. Go ahead, sir.
Ooh.
Get fancy with the tweezer.
Yeah.
It's like a fine dining over here. Here's my sous chef, right?
Yes, chefs.
Beautiful. All right, 5, 4, 3. It's like in a competition.
Yeah, I know. Reminiscing your day in the competition.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been so long ago.
I think one more scallion.
Beautiful.
Pretty.
Perfect.
Lovely.
Nice. And we're just gonna put it on top of the plate. Nicely shingle it. There we go.
And this one is actually mine. Mine to eat.
Yeah, all right.
All right, so everyone, this is salmon tartare done by Chef Bryan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So you can actually make it at home, but the most
try it
important part of cooking is actually tasting it.
Indeed.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
A toast?
Toast.
A toast.
Cheers. All right.
Wow. Wow. It's just bursting with flavor and texture. Amazing.
Like you can taste the salmon has been marinated, like the soy,
True.
the umami,
True.
the spiciness.
And also, if you like spicy quite much, you can put more togarashi.
Yeah.
I reckon. But the wasabi mayo is just perfect with it. Oh, wow. I'm sorry for Alin and Ralphie, guys. All right, let's take a break. We'll have a recap from our news on the previous segment, so stay with us right here on the C Morning Show.